You never know when a natural disaster is going to happen. It can happen just like that. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen anytime.
It's always important to start preparing early.
What if you have no water?
Yeah, sucks. What are you gonna do about it? Right? That's the idea. What do you have in your bag so that you can do something about it?
We've seen the effects of real-life catastrophes. Now let's scale it down a bit.
I got it. So you go like this.
This may look like child's play, but it couldn't be more serious.
Oh no.
Real or fake?
It's the first ever Emergency Preparedness Summit for Seattle High School students. The students from Garfield, Chief Sealth, Nathan Hale, and Roosevelt get a close-up look at disaster scenarios, what can happen, and what to do.
And one of the things about teenagers is oftentimes they don't see themselves in a situation where they can get injured because their perception of risk isn't quite what it is when they become an adult.
So if an earthquake happens at school, do you know how to walk to your house without Google Maps?
Having them think about, well, how am I going to get home if something happens? How am I going to get in touch with my family if the phones are down? It's kind of to make them think ahead about the different things that they can prepare for. Kind of put it in a little bit in their control.
I have a question.
And the students are now thinking about different disaster scenarios where they themselves would have to take charge.
I want to learn and be able to be safe in a natural disaster where I could help my little siblings and help my family be safe too.
I've never really been through natural disaster, but like if it were to happen, then I would definitely like to know what to do. Because even I don't think my dad was ever taught this stuff.
They're learning what happens after an earthquake hits. And who better to learn from than the experts, including Seattle Emergency Management, Seattle Fire, PSC, the Red Cross, the Pacific Science Center, the Seattle Humane Society, and Reed Middleton Engineering. One of the best ways to prepare students is by helping them understand the science behind the disaster.
So what's in the tree that made it conduct? Water. Water. Your body's like 75% water, and therefore you're a good conductor.
Oh, it's going through the person.
Every building has a frequency that it wants to shake at, kind of like every guitar string based on stiffness.
If you want serious science to stick, it better be fun.
So the challenge that you have is to be able to build a tower that's going to hold an egg as high up as possible.
Which one's the bottom? Just the bottom? Make it wider though.
Hey, where you at? What guy?
Oh,
yours is
It's not just structural. What happens if someone you love is injured?
Hey, you want to go a little faster?
So has anyone done first aid on a dog or a cat?
And how to take care of their pets, something many of these students had never thought about.
Thermometer, bandages, scissors.
I have a dog, and that'd be kind of scary if I didn't have any of the stuff for my dog.
Go ahead and muzzle them. Now this is just to protect you from getting bitten.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, is making a concentrated effort to teach our young people about natural disasters.
The student population, it's a different group than we normally work with. One of our major initiatives right now is to build this culture of preparedness in the country, and a lot of that begins with educating and engaging the youth population.
There's a lot of things you have to prepare for, and you don't know if you're prepared, if you're preparing for too much.
It's a little fearful, honestly. It's frightening.
Those are things that I need to know, and so I'm kind of thankful for it, but it's kind of like a shock.
Once an event happens, it's too late. So anything that you can do ahead of time is going to put you that much further ahead.
By the end of the Emergency Preparedness Summit, students left with a backpack of supplies and, even better, knowledge on what to do if disaster strikes.
I remember being in elementary school and middle school, and now I'm like a year away from going to college and living on my own. Now that I'm learning about the different types of buildings and all the structural stuff, I'd be like, okay, where do I want to live and stuff like that, and fires and stuff like that. Do I have a safe route out of my house or out of where I am? I think it's just gaining a base knowledge of everything here is going to be, I think, really helpful and will help me later on in life.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel.
Or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.